All right. Welcome to At the Roundtable. We started a little bit late due to technical difficulties. As you can see, I'm tongue-tied and twisted today. But I want to give a shout out to my brother from Soul Jukebox for providing us our intro. I love that, man. That's hot. I really do.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Well, man, I am one half of this magnificent dynamic duo, which is Carrie Digsby, Urban Times Magazine, Music Magazine. And I get the honor and the pleasure each and every time to sit across from my brother from another mother,
Adrian Biddle. I had to put the check in the mail, man. Your intros are incredible. I appreciate that.
Man, I call it how I see it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I had to throw this out there real quick.
Okay.
Guess who just popped on?
Who is this?
The infamous, the magnificent, the amazing Tammy Lawrence. Tammy, hey, Tammy, how are you? Thank you for joining us this evening.
Much appreciated.
Considering how much heck we gave you over the past podcast, not showing up to the last minute, whatever. So you the first one on, girl. I'm proud of you. So y'all, this is what's going on. We're in a beautiful setting here at Advent. We got everything set up, and of course, technical difficulties occurred. And lo and behold, our guest host, Tika Rose, is about to join us. Matter of fact, I think she's walking up right now to the studio. So we're gonna go ahead and grab her and get her ready to come on in and grace us with her presence. But while we are here, I want y'all to get ready for the topic that's about to occur. Matter of fact, I don't even want to tell you yet. Let's get Tika real quick, and then when we come back, we're gonna get started with everything. All right, y'all stay tuned.
Fun part about being live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. We are back at the Roundtable Podcast. Our signature song created by Soul Jukebox. Thank you again, Larry, for this. You got us ready. We're in a beautiful studio. We got everything set up. And like we said before, y'all, we waiting for the guest of honor. Grace us with her presence. Tika! What's going on, sis?
Nothing much. Just another day in the neighborhood. I survived Irma, so.
That's always a plus.
Always a plus.
Jose's coming.
Jose coming. Let me bring a little bit more.
I don't want that house guest. Stay away.
Stay where he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, y'all, we are here in this amazing studio. Again, shout out to Advent for allowing us to use this facility.
Yes.
I can't wait much longer because a lot of people were asking me this week as far as, okay, so what's the topic this week, Steve? What's the topic? So I'm just going to drop it like this and see what people think, what they say, and you figure it out. Y'all ready?
Yeah, go for it, man.
No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Here it is right here. This. Orlando, what's going on? Good to see you. Tammy, thank you for joining us this evening.
And staying put.
Tammy, he got jokes for you. And y'all don't know, Tika is a hip hop head, so get ready. Okay. Today's topic: friends. Don't be scared. Jump in. Jump in.
I would like to start off by saying I love each and every one of my friends equally, unabashedly.
Wait a minute. So we don't get carte blanche?
Well, yes. No. Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
Wow.
My friends are very territorial, and nobody wants that top billing.
Hey,
Understandable.
hey, Miss Lawrence, teacher. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining us, baby. Appreciate it. Stay tuned. When she heard the song, she guessed it just like that. Friends. Good job. Good job. So stay tuned, because it's about to get deep. Because Tika about to share with us. Friends.
So delving into that, how far do we want to get into this?
I mean, here we said friends.
Yes.
We talk about the ones that are down with you by law, the ones that are stab you in your back, the ones that show up once in a while.
Look like you being moved over there.
Thank you, Orlando. Orlando said all friends are not equal. Okay. Oh, he done threw it out there already. Boy, he just started. We 5 minutes into it. He throwing bows. Okay.
That is true. That is true.
Well, please share with us.
I would like to say the views and opinions expressed do not really apply directly to my personal friends, because all of them are perfect.
Duly noted.
Stamped. All right, go ahead.
So, just from a friend, friends are not created equal. You definitely have, your associates category, your party category, and then the true ride or die friends is going to be there for you, check in on you. That's a big thing in this age group that I'm in right now. People get real in their feelings if they don't get checked on, myself included.
Oh.
But I'm that strong friend, so people, forget to check on the strong ones.
I'm with you, brother. Please, I see you about to go ahead and share. Go ahead.
No, I mean how Tika pretty much drawn up the map, so to speak, the categorized segments of who we consider our friends. I pretty much agree with. I mean, yeah, it's probably a handful of people I say that I have in that friends category. I know I can sit up here and call on the drop of a hat, and that would be there backing me up with whatever I needed. They got the availability of doing it. And then there's some who pick and choose their moments that want to be there for you, and who I put in that category of associate.
Ooh, the associate.
Oh yeah. And then you got one or two, maybe three that pick and choose again their moments and look to sometimes try to sabotage you.
Oh yes, big time.
Sabotage. Man, I'm hearing some sensitivity right here. Like this is happening to you guys.
Well, yeah, because you have a new friend that has developed.
Okay.
It's the one that tries to succubus to you. They are so quickly and automatically drawn to you, and you think it's a natural progression, but really for them, there's a ulterior motive. Either they are trying to be in your circle, trying to get your job. They have something about them, so you definitely have to watch out, because that thing has evolved so smooth. There they are, and you just think they're sweet and innocent, and they're not.
Ooh.
So there's levels to this.
Yeah, let me throw this out there, because Orlando Corey just posted. I love what he just said. He said, if you can't speak on a major conflict, or excuse me, if you can't speak of a major conflict that your friendship survived, then where's your proof?
I don't think you have to have proof of a friendship. And that's just my personal opinion.
Okay.
Because not every relationship has a conflict. Seemingly so. I do have friendships where there have been conflicts, but I have also good, long-lasting friendships that have had none. So, I wouldn't say one was more dedicated or true than the other. It just depends. I consider myself an alpha female. So I tend to surround myself with other alpha females. That's usually going to result in a difference of opinion at some time, but I don't consider a disagreement a major conflict.
I see.
From the alpha female point of view.
Yes.
Okay, Brian, you got to share. I know you got something.
Well, the funny part about it is Tika already been pretty much hitting all cylinders on some things I was going to touch on, which is good. I happened to pull up a website that actually gave pretty much how to look out for frenemies, or some things that actually to look for if you have a frenemy. And I thought this would be interesting banter to actually kick around. It gives 7 instances. I'm gonna touch on. I'm gonna read out 3 of them to y'all to see what y'all think. One of them is being constant attention. Frenemies often crave intimacy in a relationship and want to be your bestie the first 5 minutes that they meet you. Second sign is oversharing. Pretty much they're telling you their life stories, including personal details over their first coffee with you. Number 3, criticism given as humor. Frenemies love to put down, usually given in front of others. When challenged, they generally claim it was intended to be lighthearted, opening the door for a second slam. What do y'all think about those?
Oh my God, I think I'm a frenemy. I think I'm a frenemy.
This is so.
I do. That overshare is nail on the head.
Really?
I saw like 4 pictures pop up in my head just now.
Oh, wow.
Everything is not for everyone to know. You don't have to just pour your life.
On the first coffee, I mean, that you just said that. So it's like, okay, we go to Starbucks and all of a sudden you sitting with a potential friend and they're already telling you some stuff that should be really disclosed maybe a year from now.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Because then that puts you in a position in which you now know something intimate about them. So now you're almost beholden. You got to share something of yours, and maybe you don't want to share that with them on the first call. You know,
true.
I'm trying to feel this out. I don't even know that you done went bankrupt 3 times. I don't want to know that because I got love.
It's a form of getting your sympathy. That's that succubus friend that if you feel sorry for them, you be less likely to ignore their calls or ditch them. You're going to be responsive to whatever it is they need. But the thing is, they always seem to need something. It's, and I'm a tough love kind of friend. So after a while, I'm gonna, all right, let's suck it up, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, because I can't lead my life feeling sorry for you.
Wow.
Friend. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's
enabling. Okay, guys, y'all heard it. I mean, hey, he's given 3 great examples on how to determine who's a friend and who's a frenemy. Hey, I would love to see your thoughts. Please share with us. I got a question though. Okay, so you meet someone and you guys have something similar in common, and some things that kind of connect you. When do you know that it's going to be a true friendship? I mean, how can you tell? Just from you guys and putting it out to the Facebook as well. How do you know that the person you met is going to be a good friend or a potential friend, and not quote unquote the lower tier that bruh just said, the associate? Yeah. How do you know?
You want to take this one first, Tika?
Well, yeah, sure. Because mine is easy. I know if I follow through on reaching back out to them. I meet a lot of people, in what we do, and sometimes it's a really good connection, and I feel like, we have a lot in common, and I really like you. But something my husband told me, he's like, you always do that, but you don't follow through. He's like, if you follow through, then I know you really, had a genuine interest in knowing more about them. And, so if I don't call back or text or, hey, let's get up again, they're probably not going to make the cut.
Yeah. Associate. The A word. Oof. Damn.
Yeah.
A money.
Well, I guess to answer that question, mine is first of all, you have to be kind of like-minded. As far as the stuff that kind of gravitates us to certain things. In addition to that, I would have to say, over the course of the time of learning that individual, you get to know them as far as their convictions, their how they carry themselves, and then some of the time, even though we had a gentleman pretty much say that you don't have to go through controversy of any sort. I think that is the testing point to actually determine whether or not you have a potential of a good friend, in my opinion.
Okay. Wow. It's kind of deep. Man, that is real deep. So a good friend. So I guess if you meet someone, they into doing things that you're not interested in versus things, that's kind of a good indicator that might not be quote unquote friend material.
That's just me.
That's just you. Okay. So let me ask you this. I'm gonna throw this out there because I've had friends, quote unquote, in the past.
Mm-hmm.
When you work with people, you tend to develop a good relationship with them, and then they become your friends while you're at work and stuff.
Yes.
Say things change, and then all of a sudden you're no longer working there, or they're no longer working there. So therefore, of course, you don't have that one common thing, which was work.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get on Facebook and you start seeing them in a whole different way. Are they still friends? Do we take them out of the friend and drop them to the associate, or do we? I'm just throwing stuff out there because I love the comment, like Orlando just said. He said again, it must go through some fire to be tested, tried, and true. So okay, friend you no longer work with, they've left or you've left, and you don't have a common thing. So then all of a sudden you don't hear from each other like you used to, and then all of a sudden you start seeing things on Facebook that makes you question:
Mm-hmm.
are they really a friend? By Dickens. Yes. Yeah, I had to throw it out there.
So there are examples to that.
It is. It is.
Yes.
Stop adding coworkers on Facebook.
Oh, too late for that. Oh no, I saw her on Facebook. She was doing fine. What you thought about? She was what? She hurt her foot. She was just at Carowinds.
You're gonna get this page is private message.
Oh, remember, that's your friend.
Not at work. Not at work.
So what do y'all think about that though? I mean, is it something that makes you reconsider how your whole process is when it comes to determining friends? Especially in light of, and I'm gonna throw this out there, this is really gonna be the monkey wrench. In light of recent events with, political games and people's political views and such being plastered all over Facebook, and of course social media makes everybody an expert and braver than need be. What do you think about that?
That's touchy.
It's very touchy. It's very touchy. But that's your friend.
Yeah.
And I'll put it out there. Yeah, I don't chastise him. Carrie did that. Okay? So you want to get mad at me, because this is real though. Because social media has a tendency, and we'll get into that as well, as how social media brings people together and quote unquote all of a sudden you're friends. But y'all want to go into that one right there?
Well, I'll say this. Like, more recently, I have less experience with adding work friends to my Facebook, but I've left a job, and I would say some years back, and some of those people I worked with are like best friends of mine now. And although we don't work together, and now we've all divvied up and went in our different directions, we still make it a point to try to see each other, talk, text, check in. And yeah, when it comes to political views, those girls are pretty good. Shout out to the Daps. But I have a ex-boss who was a huge supporter of the worst person ever. But anyway, but what I have to realize is I've known this person since 2000, 2007. I have to be a big girl and have open discussions. We disagree, but it's shocking how people can have the views they do. But it's also, I still respect your differentiating opinion from mine.
What's going on, Charlie? How are you? Thank you for joining us. Orlando, Corey, the more a person proves himself to be selfless, the more sincere, intimate it appears.
Orlando sound like he got some serious friends.
Boy, Orlando dropping knowledge, man. Man, that's that wisdom.
Serious friendship.
Thank you, Orlando.
Like he need a book deal.
Well, we need to bring Orlando up in here, boy. I'm telling you. Okay. So friends, gone away, y'all separate, but you still good. Differences of opinion. Bro,
Gosh, yes. I again agree with Tika with that one. I mean, that's such a touchy subject. I found myself a couple of times on the verge of venting out towards a couple of my friends just because of their views and everything. And the thing that strikes me, that always has me to take pause, is that I think about some of the life things that we have. And again, just touching back on that, the things that actually bring us together to be friends. And it just puts me in awe in some instances where their views are so much different than mine that it has me sometimes wondering, how are we alike in one, I mean, greatly alike in this one area, but so far apart in another area. Whether or not, of course, we still friends though.
Right.
I mean, still following off of what Tika was saying. Sometimes you just have to put my big boy pants on and just have that open discussion with them.
Right.
I mean, dialogue is important with that as being a great part of friendship as well.
That's a good point. Very good point. Heidi, what's going on? Thank you for joining us today at the Roundtable. Today's topic of discussion, those who are tuning in, is friends. We talk about the love, we're talking about the betrayal and everything in between. So please share this podcast with your friends, your mom and them, your pop and them, your dad and them, all them, and chime in as well as we talk about friendship. What does friendship mean to you? No, Heidi, you didn't say that right. You did not say that right. I know you, okay? That is not how you say hello. I need you to get on here and say hello the way you do it. It is so unique and special. You will make my day if you just get on here and say it. So I'm just gonna wait till you post it and then I'm gonna share it with everybody, okay? No, that ain't it either. Hey, now look, I'm gonna call you out or get you on the phone. One, you need to say it the way you normally say it.
What's the gentleman name?
Orlando Corey.
Oh, that's Orlando. Okay.
Orlando Corey. Yeah, I got Mahogany on here. Mahogany Tabiti, who is not saying hello the way she normally does. Now I got Tangi who just joined in. Hey Tangi. Hey, what's going on, sis? So I'm gonna wait till Hoggy does it. If not, I'm put her on blast. But friendship. We're on here talking about friends. Good points. Now, okay, let me go ahead and throw that curveball again. Facebook. If you didn't get a chance to see the teaser that we did, of course, you got Facebook friends. All right. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I get, Urban Times has 5,000 friends. I have not met 5,000 friends. I get people, they come up to me, hey, man, we friends on Facebook. Oh, yeah. What's your name again? So it's, Elliot. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Okay. So before I say this, let me go and share what Elliot said. He's dropping knowledge too. True friends don't always have to agree. True friends disagree and fight at the end of the day. They have mutual respect for each other, so it's all good. Boy, we got some wise brothers.
Elliot.
Elliot Riley.
Oh, that's Ellie. Hey, Ellie.
Hey, Ellie. Maybe we can be friends. I don't know.
Yes, he's very cool.
He's cool.
Yeah,
Hey, Tika sign off on you, then me and you, bro. We're gonna have to hook up. Kima. Oh my goodness, Kima.
Hey, Shakima.
Doing?
How you doing, Kima? What's
Hey,
going on, girl?
I want to talk about some friends today.
Hey, you talk it up, they come on.
Hey, that young lady doing big things. She
Yeah.
got
Doing
us
big
on.
things. I've been waiting on them. Well, good to hear from you, Kima. How are you? Hagi, you still haven't said what you normally say. So, okay.
Hagi.
You don't have to fall for that pressure.
Peer pressure does it every time. Look, Kima, she said, hey. So, okay. No, so Hagi, okay, I'll go ahead and throw it out there since we talk about Facebook friends and such. I met Mahogany. She said, Kima said she's good. I met Mahogany through my brother-in-law. And when they met, when I first met her, I knew she was going to be an ideal friend. I just knew it because of how she is. She has a caring, nurturing spirit. Anytime you see Hagi, first thing she does is says, hey, everybody. And it's just like, it lights up a room. So she's a prime example of what it means to be a friend, because she's like what, like you say, you call and check on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Like my wife just recently had some minor surgery, so she was, she's
nurturing.
very nurturing. When you go to their home, she opens up her home to you. Just, I don't know, I just can't see. Perfect friend, I would say. Unless, how do you know something I don't know? But I'm gonna put it out there. You're a perfect friend to me. So, but when it comes to, there you go, she said it. Y'all listen, hey everybody. That's my sis right there. Well, I'm done for the day. But yeah, it's okay. Charlie, Tika Rose is my friend because we have grown through stages of life from girls to women with the ability to disagree amicably and grow.
Wow.
Yes. That Charlie too. That Charlie too.
My goodness.
Hey girl. Yes,
Right
we go way back to Garinger.
G in the house. Aaron's in the house.
Elliot too. We all Garinger fresh up in here. But yeah, we and honestly, back when we were in high school, we weren't close like that.
Mm-hmm.
And since Facebook, she's like dropped some of the dopest stuff, and I follow her. Like, she's one of there's a few Facebook people that just always put some, whether it's inspirational, funny, she stays current, she's involved politically, she's just a good all-around person. And if I was up in her area, I think she's in the DC area, we would definitely kick it all the time, because she's just cool.
Are you saying that At the Roundtable is being seen in the DC area?
Yes.
Cool.
Well, we growing.
Yeah.
We growing.
Yes.
Okay, so check out Tangi. Tangi has chimed in.
Okay.
Friends have different perspectives at times, and they will disagree. But being that it's a true friendship, they will always come back together without missing the beat.
Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly.
You need a tissue?
Come on.
Clean that. Need a hug?
And sometimes it happens.
Yes, she did.
Sometimes it's a universal drawback. It's not even the fact that you're looking for them and they're looking for you to come back. Sometimes the universe brings people back together.
Ooh, getting metaphysical.
I'm just saying,
Too,
I'm feeling.
my game.
Ooh, boy, the wisdom is flowing.
Hey, well, let me throw this other one out to you.
Okay.
I know we got 4 more of these left, but let me touch on this one and see how y'all react to this one.
Okay.
Number 4 of 7 diagnoses that you can actually tell if you have a frenemy or not. Number 4 is frenemies are effusive with praise at the beginning of the relationship, but begin to mix it with mild criticism and eventually insults. Don't mistake this for constructive criticism of a mentor. Frenemies say things like, "That's not bad writing," especially for a person without your education. With your education, excuse me. Well, we'll look for who's on time for a meeting. Seriously, I'm glad you could make it. So, have y'all ever came across an individual that would slight y'all undercover like that?
Oh yeah.
For
real. Elliot just said Facebook has extremely changed or distorted the meaning of a friend. Just because you know doesn't mean you know me, I know you. Whoa. Okay? Orlando, the whole term Facebook friend must be in parentheses. Totally different. And then Holly says, I agree. I have great friends that I don't talk to all the time, but when I do talk, it's like we haven't skipped a beat, and I know they need, and know if I need them, they'll always be there.
Right.
Whoa. Hello, Trish Peterson. How are you?
Hey, Trish.
Hey, Trish. How are you? Trish was our boss at work, and now she is our Facebook friend and good friend. We've had some great talks with Trish when she was there.
So you kept in touch.
She's amazing when it comes. I can honestly say that because she actually follows a lot of the used to be her employees. She follows everyone on Facebook. Thoughts and prayers still with your husband as well. Hopefully he's healing well. But yeah, I mean she's very heartfelt. I can honestly say that about Trish. So thank you, Trish, for joining us. Today's topic is friends, the love, the betrayal, and everything in between. Back to what you were saying, bro. Yes, Yes, that has happened, and it's unfortunate when people do that. Tika ready to jump in, boy.
No.
I'm getting out of the way.
Yeah, well, my thoughts are jumbling because I'm thinking about what you said and what Elliot said, and also still what you said, Carrie. So hold on, let me get my thoughts. But the backhanded compliments, you do have to watch out for that because in my industry that I work in all of the industries that I work in, there are people who I will take some sound criticism and advice from. People like Tangi or Shakima, they are very well versed in what they do professionally. So I'm going to listen to that. But then you do have people who will give those backhanded compliments, and you gotta kind of know how to weed out who you can trust, who's actually providing sound advice. And in turn, those people that are liking your posts, or they are maybe just doing it for the benefit of seeming like they're in your circle, like they know you, but some people,
Yeah.
it's a very slippery slope sometimes.
Agreed. Okay, so Charlie just noted mahogany, those are some of my best type of friends. So now they got conversations going on. I love that.
It's a whole side show.
Let them do what's going to talk, girl. Tangi just said he just read friend shade. Comments like that result in putting people at a distance. Good job, bro. Good job. See? Kima, been there. Man, they going off on me.
Yeah, like the fast texters here.
So Kima said, been there. When you're on the up and coming, your friends can become frenemies. You have to be careful when you share your dreams, who you share your dreams with. Everyone can't share or understand where you are going in life. When they don't get it, you become a target to make themselves feel better.
Yes.
Kima, where have you been, girl? Wow, that's good. That's good. And then, of course, backhanded compliments will get you backhanded.
Did Charlie say that?
That's a true friend. She knows her.
No, because I could totally see her backhanding somebody. I love
Read that
that.
like a book.
Was it Charlie? Yeah.
Okay, so Heidi
But
says,
it's true.
I'm scared of Charlie now. I have a friend now that I'm dealing with it. Okay, I'm not going to read that because Heidi, I'm not going to read that one right now. She knows why I'm not going to read that one. Okay, but good point. Very good point. And it's unfortunate though, because when you deal with friends, you should be able to express to them your deepest thoughts, and look to them as a sounding board. Like a lot of times, Adrian, you and I talk, and I look to that as well with you. We'll share some stuff, and then Tika and I will get on the phone and we're going over some stuff, and then all of a sudden she'll drop something that just has me cracking up, and they'll be like, "Yeah, you talking to Tika?" Yeah, girl, she is silly. And then but you have that, and that's what you need as a true friend. But then when you turn around and you get people to say, it's almost as though that person who, you ask them, "How do I look in this?" I'm like, "It look good on you." And it's like,
yeah, go out in that.
Yeah, they set you up. Yeah, so you don't want that. Oh, my niece has joined. Hey, Kaylin, how you?
Hey, Kaylin.
My niece. Oh my goodness, today is a blessed day. Orlando just said those type of friends challenge and builds up your character. Keep them close.
Which type?
Okay, Orlando. Yeah, you got. Okay, so Orlando, are you saying the ones that give the backhanded type comments are the ones you should keep close because they build your character, or are you saying the other ones, like the true ones that really got your corner?
Right.
Please share with us, okay? Because we got kind of confused and we got silly as friends do.
Yeah, don't mistake your true friend's honesty for backhanded, because some advice or opinions of your friends, although it might not be what you want to hear, it might be what you need to hear. So it's not a diss or the way to make you feel bad. Sometimes people just need the hard, honest truth.
Okay, so great point. Lando, which one again? Okay, so it's the backhanded ones we need to keep close. I think it's what he's saying. And then Charlie and Kima are on here having a very in-depth discussion with each other. Yeah, another side one. Something's going on, man.
I see.
This might have been the one.
Uh,
'Cause we up in DC,
uh,
and then we got people talking on here.
uh,
Then we got some wisdom dropped by Orlando.
all over the place.
We on the road, boy. Call us Buck.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let me ask you this: friendship. Share with us and the people that are listening an example of what a true friend has done for you. Each one of us, we should share one, because maybe that could be the catalyst in which people maybe gauge where they are with friends, or those people that are out there that have a friend that is supposed to be their friend, but it's not meeting that criteria. Maybe they can kind of like open up their minds and their hearts as far as what a true friend is. Give an example of what a true friend has done for you.
Wow.
Gosh, I mean, was that a question about you?
Get all mushy up in here.
That was my question to y'all. I'm throwing it out there because people are, they got this side conversation. Orlando just said, remember, you're in a relationship, you're in that relationship for a purpose. So all this is coming together. It's amazing how this happens. So what has a good friend done for you?
Well, all of my close friends have always been there for me in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
So to just pick a task that I would say is every day, it would be hard to do. But I can remember, and this friend is one of those people who are now in my family circle.
Okay.
We're not blood, but
Mm-hmm.
and they were more of more of a mentor. So much so that I just adopted and encompassed in his whole family life and my whole family life.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was still in high school, I had a really trying family situation that really broke me down big time. I went to school the next day, and he saw me walking in the hall and just read it all on me,
Mm-hmm.
pulled me inside. He was an administrator at the time. Now he's my adopted father. I call him. But Derek Mack. And he, has always been just that person in my life that I could turn to no matter what, even though he turned out to be more of a role model. He's somebody that has always meant a lot to me. He walked me down the aisle in my wedding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was at the birth of my son. His family just brought me in, and there's no repaying back what him and his wife and his kids have done for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
I would say that is probably a huge thing for me.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Man, there's so many instances. It's hard to pick one.
It
mean,
is.
Oh, that was a good question, Peter.
It's the media guy in me. Come up with a question.
I feel like you're trying to make us cry.
Yeah.
Hey, I've already been crying over here. Y'all got to join me.
I mean, I can come up with instances where a friend has invited me to come stay on their couch when I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Instances where I wasn't looking for it, but they had my back. Maybe it was I'm not giving away too many details.
No, you don't have to put a name out here. Just a kind of example.
But just straight looking out for you. I mean, I wish I could get into. If I got into details, I'd be here all day.
Mm-hmm.
But those type of things that are most important and inherent to what you would consider a friend, almost like a brother or a sister.
Mm-hmm.
They have a way of actually producing that, where that you made the right choice in calling that individual a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. But y'all don't mind, let me spin this around on you. Now, we've been looking at what we consider a friend. What do we put out if we're somebody else's friend? What are we willing to do, or what have we done to actually say that we're that person's friend?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I am a great friend.
I am. Oh wow. Okay, so I got to share this right here.
Okay.
No, I'm looking at the chimes that are coming in. Daryl, what's going on, brother? Thank you for joining us this evening. Tonight's topics are friends. Love, the betrayal, and everything in between. Orlando said, got tested to see if he matched, and in order to donate a kidney to my mom. His friend did that.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
For real.
Orlando, man, we got to sit down and talk, man. We got to talk, man. And if y'all don't know, Orlando is a cool brother. I met Orlando some time ago. My wife saw his work. He's an amazing photographer, and he did the photography for my son before he went to Clemson, his graduation pictures and everything. And upon meeting him, just listening to him, he's light-spirited, heavy in his faith, beautiful family, grandfather, everything like that. So we clicked. And it was just something about him that we were able, and plus the artistic, eye that he has. And me and him just sat and talked about, perspectives and, looking for certain angles and blah, blah, blah. So he's amazing. So just for him to be on here means a lot. That's a good friend right there for him to join. Charlie just chimed in and said, when friends step up when family should, has made me create a friend now. How do you say? Okay, it's friendly. Basically,
a friend is your family. Yeah.
Right. Closer than DNA could. So that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Good point, Charlie. Yes. Very good point.
There's not too many people you can put that label on. Like I said, I can count 5 on my hands off gate that I would even label like that.
Me too. I've had those instances like that in which, no matter what they say, it's just like there's no question. You just do it. Because they will do it as well.
Yes.
But I would think, in regards to your question, what I would say as a friend, I try to treat people not the way I would want to be treated, but treat them as God would treat them. I just put it out there because we were put here to do some magnificent things with each other and help each other. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. So anytime I come in contact with someone, I always try to step it to that level and think about it, saying, okay, so if I was in that position, what would God do for me? Or what would Jesus do for me? And that may sound like preaching, but it's the truth, because if everyone thought that way, the world would probably be in a better place right now. Seriously, I had to throw it out there like that because, and I'll even throw it out there even further. I've done that. My wife has done that. My family has done that with individuals, and they turn around and the way they act later on is very unbecoming of them. But you still have to love them. Just love them from afar. So I'll be the first one to say, however you want to be treated, that's one thing. But how you treat someone should be way beyond their perception. Because just maybe by you doing that way to them, they in turn will reciprocate it to someone else. So it's like that paying it forward type of mentality. But that's me.
Yes.
I could be crazy, But what do you guys? T?
I like to think I'm a good friend. I would say, my core friends know that they can call me anytime, day or night. I'm going to come. I'll be there. I am a jokester. So that little friend of me comment about making this joke. Most of my friends might be like, I picked at people. But, I grew up around a bunch of boys playing the Dirty Dozens. I joke all the time. It's fun to me. But, one of my favorite things is to see my friends smiling. So, I'll never to hurt or diss anybody, but I would like to think I'm a great friend. I try to keep in communication as much as possible. I get fussed at a lot, for being too busy or whatever, but when it comes down to it, I'll drop everything if a friend is in need. So
powerful stuff right there.
Yeah, it is, man. This is a good one right here, man. I'm telling you, I wish we had some more time in order to even get into it, because I think really we've scratched the surface in regards to like friendships. I have to do a part 2. I don't know. This is kind of deep right here. I know you was about to share. How do your actions as a friend?
Oh, I can say this. And I don't want this to sound cheesy in any kind of way, because it comes from the heart.
Oh, yeah, we've been crying and everything.
I put my friends up on a pedestal. if it's something that, like I said, I go above and beyond when it comes to them if they need something. Because I know without a shadow of a doubt, they do it for me. So I try to project that same, I want to give them that same feeling back in return, because you know genuinely when you hear that type of friend. And that's the same thing I try to display and try to enact in them as well. And I hope that they do know this. I'm sure they do. We're getting choked up. Excuse me.
Hold on, we gonna get it to
But that's it. That's what I actually try to convey as a friend. Because like I said, those are few and far in between. So when you have a good one, then you try to hold on to them.
Yes.
Good point. Very good point. Well, guys, we're coming down to the close of the hour.
Oh, that flew by quick.
It did.
It did. And everyone who joined us on at the roundtable today. Of course, everybody's been watching. I love the numbers. I love the comments that everyone has made. If we did not get a chance to share your comment, please believe that, of course, this post will be up for quite some time, and we'll actually be adding it to our podcast channel and YouTube channel. So please feel free to share it with everyone, let everybody know what's going on with it. You can still make comments as well. We'll get a chance to read them and shout you out. Thank you for joining us today in regards to it. Closing thoughts or anything before we pay the bills?
When it comes to friends, even associates, still treat them like how you want to be treated.
Oh, let me see.
You did slip that in there, too. I'm gonna go quote TLC. What about your friends? No, I'm just kidding. I will say, kind of tying on to what you said and what you mentioned earlier, Carrie. You know, we're put here for a reason. My whole thing is, you know, I'm put here to love. And so I'm just always going to spread love and share love and, you know, always be there for people, you know, genuinely. So I will hope that my friends continue to do the same. Or I will make them. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I had to throw that.
You know what?
I'll kill BJ. All right, so we got to pay some bills before we close out. I want to give a shout out to the House of Lamont. Guys, if y'all don't know, House of Lamont went through a trying time last week in which somebody threw something through his front window. This is a entrepreneur, a businessman that has been moved to downtown Charlotte, and he is trying to make things happen. I ask that you go by and visit him. Incredible stylist. Guy's got a great eye for detail as well as fashion. Very funny. A true friend, I must say. It's located at 116 West 4th Street in downtown Charlotte. Go by there. Tell them that we sent you at the round table. Charlie in the Know, Urban Times, Tika Rose. We all co-sign them. Please go and see him. Definitely want to give a shout out once again to Advent Co-working for allowing us to come in here this evening. And definitely want to give a shout out to Angela P. Moore. She's a phenomenal writer, photographer, as well as publicist out of the Atlanta area. Thank you for all your hard work and working with Urban Times, Music Magazine, Tika Rose, Emerge, all of us. Great friend as well. Consummate businesswoman, which we don't give a lot of love to. We need to recognize the sisters running some things here. So thank you for that. I know you got some people as well that you want to say.
Well, first of all, I'd like to give I ask that we still keep the people who just recently went through the hurricane, the Virgin Islands, Houston, Florida, parts of Georgia. I'll keep them in your prayers as well. And just one or two little shout outs. I'd like to give a nod to Positive One Show. You can actually check them out on Facebook. Providing love-inspired conversation with an edge. Definitely look them up on Facebook. I'd like to give thanks as well to our many guests today, as well as Ms. Tika Rose for joining us.
Thank you for letting me come back.
It certainly was a pleasure.
Amazing. Every time she comes on here, boy.
And
this is only what, 4 times?
Yes.
We're gonna have to sign her up. Get a signed contract or something.
Might have to just do
Yeah,
that.
she might have to be the hostess with the most. Yes. Well, guys, we've done it once again. Another one in the bag at the round table. People's Podcast. Recognize. And just with that being said, we're gonna close out with this. That snare, I'm telling you, that snare and that hat.
All I can picture is his hat. You know that.
Yes.
You know the signature.
Yeah. Shouts out to Houdini. Jalil. Thank y'all for joining us this evening.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Y'all be good. Peace.